Good morning, Rebels, and welcome back to my life. So today's video title is a big question, one humanity has been asking itself ever since we were able to form complex enough thoughts to ask the question in the first place. And I've been thinking about the question a lot over the past few days because, well, I've been playing this video game called the Talos Principle. Now, if you've been following me on Twitch, which you absolutely should be, you've been seeing my gameplay over the last few days. It's a fantastically beautiful puzzle solver using mechanics that I've never seen in any game before. In the game, you play a robot solving these puzzles at the whim of some disembodied voice in the sky calling itself Elohim, which is Hebrew for God or perhaps gods. Meanwhile, some entity in the computers that you find all over the world forces you to question what you're doing, why you're doing it, and are you really a person? And just so the Bible parallels are really in your face, Elohim keeps referring to the being in the computers as the serpent. The game is one of the best recent examples of how video games can be a true art form because, in addition to its obvious aesthetic appeal, the Talos Principle invites you to think about things differently. Of course, you can ignore the computers all over the world and just solve all of the puzzles and beat it, but you are cheating yourself out of a really amazing experience if you do that. Because while solving all of the puzzles can leave you with a sense of accomplishment, solving the puzzle of why you're a robot solving puzzles is much more interesting. The Talos Principle refers to a philosophical theory that the material world transcends belief or even philosophy itself because whether you believe in the world or think whatever you think about it, it's still there. As Philip K. Dick said, reality is that thing that, once you stop believing in it, doesn't go away. Now, of course, the concept of using philosophy to invalidate philosophy is problematic because you have invalidated the very tool that you used to invalidate itself, right? But that's the point that I drew from the game. You can't invalidate philosophy because people are never going to stop thinking about these things. Instead, it frames philosophy as what it is, a sometimes useful tool that can help us better understand ourselves, life, the universe, and everything, but which ultimately is just that, a thought tool. Not something you can build a bridge with, but something with which you could perhaps envision a better bridge. What I love is that the game isn't trying to push a particular idea on you, it's making you question things, and in that questioning, you'll hopefully come to your own conclusion. And of course, by the very act of questioning and forming a conclusion, you're kind of discovering what consciousness really means, and why we'll probably always be asking ourselves these types of questions. And further discovering that no matter how much we question ourselves and what is existence, the material world will still be sitting here, waiting for us to figure it out. I loved the ever-loving crap out of this game and would highly recommend it to anybody with a philosophical bent who likes deep thinking, and definitely any writer. If you haven't already, pop over to my channel Garrett's Games in the video description and subscribe. I'll very soon be posting a full game review as well as walkthroughs for every puzzle in the game in case you ever get stuck, which I did many times. So stay cool, keep philosophizing, and stay tuned for tomorrow's end of the year recap video. 2014 is almost over, oh my god. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, check out my Patreon link in the video description for the best way to get my books, etc, etc, you know the drill, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. Bye!